So it's kind of a roundabout way to get to the convention center right now because of all the construction. There's chain link fence up everywhere, and we kind of have to take some side streets to get to the convention center from the Omni, but still close. Walking right next to the Crown Plaza Hotel, which is another one that we have not stayed at yet. So hopefully that'll be one that's coming up soon. But yeah, we're ready for official day one of Gen Con. We did miss the running of the nerds, but that's kind of our that's kind of my MO, because I never am able to get the vlog finished from yesterday and showered and ready to go in time. But hopefully Carl got us some footage, and if so, I'll put it in right here. But let's get into the hall and see what's new. Well, our first excursion into the vendor hall did not last very long. We did run into our friends Dan and Becky, who are down here, also from Michigan. Then we walked into the hall, and I could kind of tell something didn't feel right, and I realized that I had forgot to take my meds. Always remember to take your meds, especially in a big crowd like that. It's important. So we came back to the hotel so I could take those, and now I'm just kind of giving myself a little time before I go back in. Very busy in the hall this morning, which is kind of expected, especially first day. But you know, it gets pretty hard to get around in there sometimes. I always think of it like driving a car almost. You know, stay on the right side of the road, don't stop in traffic. If you need to stop, pull off to the side so you don't hold everybody else up, and try to be patient, because everybody's trying to get through. Everybody's, trying to get, everybody's got somewhere to be. So just, that's something I always have to remind myself, because I lose my patience sometimes, but that's not the place to do it. So, just gonna kind of chill for a minute, give my meds some time to help me feel a little bit better, and then we'll try it again. Hopefully, it'll go better the second time. Well, I've been a total mess so far today. I forgot to take my meds in the morning. I had to go back after spending only 15 minutes in the hall. We did go grab those. We made it back to the hotel. Went to a demo of a game called, what was it? Otsuki?
Got all the way down to the other end of the block, realized I did not have my badge on me, so I had to go all the way back to the hotel room and grab that. I'm a professional, guys. But that game, Otsuki, I really enjoyed it. It was a very complex, I would say, trick-taking game, but it was very quick to play. I think we finished 2 games in about an hour. Very beautiful artwork. I liked the way that the trump cards work. So it's a cyclical trump system thing where this suit trumps that suit trumps another suit, and that, around in a circle. It's going to be hitting Kickstarter soon. Sounds like it's focusing on your face, not mine.
August 4th.
August 4th? So it's hitting Kickstarter August 4th. I'm very much considering backing it. I would highly recommend going to check it out. I think it's going to be a very good trick-taking game if you enjoy trick-taking games. Right now we are in Kilroy's. Got our breadsticks. You always got to get our stuffed breadsticks. And I had to get some caffeine in me because I was already starting to crash. Which is weird because we went pretty hard last night, I guess. But today's been pretty easy so far, so I thought I'd be able to kind of recover there, but it hasn't happened yet. Only other real big thing we've got tonight is the Dice Tower Awards at 7, so we're gonna go check that out. I'm sure we're gonna play some games and stuff outside of that also. I did bring a couple of small card games to play, so I'm sure we'll do that. Am I missing anything? Okay.
Oh, yeah.
That's it.
All right, let's try this again.
Okay, well, I made it to the end of day one. I feel like I did not vlog as much as I should have, but a lot of that kind of boils down to the fact that I kind of got off to a not a great start by forgetting to take my meds this morning, and that means that I was just kind of off the rest of the day, and kind of struggled a little bit with some mental stuff throughout the day, which made it hard to vlog. But with that being said, a couple of highlights from today. The trick-taking game that we got to play twice, Otsuki. That was a very interesting game. Fairly rules heavy for a trick taker, but not complicated, and not it didn't. It played fairly quickly. It was a fairly smooth experience, even being a more complicated or complex trick-taking game. Beautiful artwork. I guess the designer is also the artist on the game, which is always impressive to me. So very much looking forward to that one coming out. That one is going to be going to Kickstarter on on August 4th, and I'll put a link to the Kickstarter page in the description also. So if you wanted to go check that out, I would highly recommend it. It really does seem like it's going to be a very good game. I really can't wait to see what it looks like after going through the Kickstarter. We did go to the Dice Tower Awards tonight. I did not vote in the Dice Tower Awards this year because I didn't feel like I played enough of the nominees to really justify voting. It didn't seem like I could really weigh in a meaningful way. So, but it was still fun to go watch. I thought they did a great job with the presentation and the entertainment and everything. Some of the skits that they had recorded were very funny. So definitely go watch that. Galactic Cruise won Game of the Year, which I'm still haven't played, but Carl has it. I've asked him to play it. I believe we are going to be getting a copy of their follow-up game, Excursions, to review, hopefully in a few weeks. So I'm very excited to check that out. Can't wait to play both now. Let's see, were there any other standouts? Oh, they did induct 3 new games into the Dice Tower Hall of Fame also. So they inducted Seven Wonders Duel, which is a game that I love. Although I do think I'm tempted now to sell Duel and keep the Middle-earth one, because I do love the Middle-earth one. And then the next one was Codenames, which is easy to... That game has been just a juggernaut since it came out, so no surprise there. All right, the third game that was inducted was Pandemic Legacy Season 1, which I totally see why that one would belong in the Hall of Fame. Risk Legacy did it first, but I mean, the experience that I felt like we got out of Pandemic Legacy Season 1 is something that I don't think I've really felt again since that game came out. Just the way that the story arced. Like, I didn't know you could get an experience like that out of a board game, so I 100% agree with that decision. After the awards, we came back to the room, grabbed some pops and snacks and stuff, and just came down to the second floor of the Omni to play some games. We played Turin Market, which I hadn't played since 2018 apparently. It didn't feel like I remembered, so I think I think I need to play it again. We played a couple games of Fuji Flush. Jason had never played that, so that's always a fun one, always a good social game. And then we played Sea Salt and Paper, which we just finished up. Which again, that's always a fun one too. It won't pick it up on these mics. You're fine. Yeah. So again, I feel like I didn't. I feel like I didn't do enough today. I feel like I didn't cover enough things. I didn't show off enough stuff. But we'll try again tomorrow, and try to make sure I'm showing you guys more stuff. Because I'm always disappointed when I feel like I'm not putting out the kind of content that I want. But it happens. You know, I got days like this sometimes. Just felt like I was on the struggle bus all day long. But anyway, tomorrow, day 2. Got a pretty busy schedule again tomorrow. Tomorrow is our first day in the Hot Games room also, which I'm looking forward to. That to me is kind of the highlight of Gen Con a lot of times, because the Board Game Geek Hot Games room, you can go in there, you can play all these games that you've been hearing about for, the weeks leading up to Gen Con, and, get an opportunity to, what we like to do is we like to play them for just, a couple of rounds. That way we're not taking up the game for too long, but also it gives us just enough, of what the game feels like to play, that we kind of know whether or not we want to go pick it up, if we're going to go buy it from the hall. So we should be showing off a lot of new games tomorrow, which I'm excited about. But yeah, other than that, tonight, just very tired, so gonna call it an early-ish night. I mean, it's still almost 11:30, so that's respectable, but just very tired, very ready for bed, so that I can do a better job tomorrow.